Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another thrilling episode where we uncover treasures hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into the top 4 of Australia's most mysterious and potentially priceless coins. First up, the 1978 Elizabeth II 50-cent coin, with no mint mark. You may think you've seen it all in the world of rare coins, but this one will leave you stunned. Let's step back into history. In the year 1978, Australia was marking a stable economic period post the turbulent changes of the early 70s. The Royal Australian Mint continued issuing coins with Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and among them was the 50-cent coin, a coin already iconic for its unique dodecagonal, or 12-sided, shape. Unlike most world coins that are round, this distinct design gave the Australian 50-cent piece its own identity. The 1978 50-cent coin carries the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a distinguished British sculptor. His design remained in use across various Commonwealth nations for years, making it familiar yet regal. However, what makes this particular coin so fascinating is not just the monarch's portrait, but what's missing, a mint mark. You might ask, why does a missing mint mark matter? Here's the truth. Mint marks are like fingerprints for coins. They reveal where the coin was made. A coin without one? That raises questions, opens doors to rarity, and draws the attention of collectors around the world. Now, imagine a coin from 1978, already over 45 years old, still circulating with its edges clean and details sharp. Combine that with the absence of a mint mark, and suddenly, you're not holding a coin, you're holding a historical question mark that could be worth hundreds, even thousands, depending on the condition and market interest. The no mint mark 1978 50-cent coin is often found in everyday circulation, but not all are created equal. Some of these coins were struck with exceptional clarity, sometimes referred to as specimen strikes or proof-like coins. These examples command a premium and can be sold for staggering prices when the right buyer comes along. There are recorded private sales and online auctions where these coins, in brilliant uncirculated or near-mint condition, have been listed for up to $2,000. Yes, you heard that right, a simple 50-cent coin fetching thousands. And that's only when it's out in the public eye. Some collectors are holding onto these coins tightly, driving up demand and potential value. But what gives this coin such a strong place in the market? It's not just the minting anomaly or age. It's the combination of national pride, royal legacy, scarcity in pristine condition, and the global appeal of Queen Elizabeth II memorabilia, especially after her passing in 2022. Furthermore, coin shows across Australia and internationally are increasingly drawing attention to older Australian coinage. Dealers and collectors are constantly on the lookout for unique strikes like the 1978 no mint mark 50-cent piece, and stories of lucky finds fuel the craze. It's not just hype, it's real demand. If you're sitting on one of these coins right now, the time to get it evaluated professionally is now. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC offer authentication and grade certification, which can massively boost its market value. A coin graded MS 65 or higher can open the doors to elite auctions and international attention. So, where can you sell it? Reputable numismatic dealers, high-traffic auction websites, and Australian coin expos are your best bet. But remember, don't settle for a low offer. Get multiple opinions, show the coin around, and make sure it's treated like the rarity it is. And here's a word of advice: don't clean the coin. Any attempt to polish or scrub it can destroy its numismatic value. Leave it in its natural state and handle it carefully by the edges if you must. A sealed plastic flip or capsule is ideal to preserve its condition. The emotional value of this coin is also significant. For many Australians, these coins represent a piece of national history. To own a rare version of such a symbol is to possess more than metal, it's heritage in your pocket. Some collectors even believe that coins like this carry a sort of silent prestige. Displaying a no mint mark 1978 50-cent coin in your collection sparks curiosity, conversation, and respect. It's the kind of item that separates serious collectors from casual hobbyists. So if you've ever dismissed your old change as worthless, it's time to look again. Check your drawers, your coin jars, and those forgotten stashes. Because treasure doesn't always glitter. Sometimes, it's a silver dodecagon marked with the Queen's profile and a missing mint mark. In a world full of digital currencies and fleeting trends, physical coins with real stories are becoming more desirable. And this 1978 coin stands tall among them. It's not just a relic, it's a potential goldmine waiting to be uncovered by someone who knows what they're holding. Before we wrap up, remember this: history is full of surprises, and sometimes the most valuable stories are the ones right under your nose. If you've got a 1978 50-cent coin without a mint mark, you might be sitting on a forgotten fortune. Next up, we take you on an exciting journey into the heart of Australian numismatics as we explore the rare and fascinating 1979 Elizabeth II 50-cent coin with no mint mark. This coin, often overlooked by many, holds a future that may surprise even seasoned collectors. The year 1979 was a significant chapter in Australia's evolving economy. The country was moving confidently through modernization while maintaining traditions that connected it to the British Commonwealth. As with every coin that bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the 1979 50-cent coin reflected not just monetary value but cultural and historical depth. This was more than currency, it was a link to heritage. Struck in copper nickel and shaped as a 12-sided coin, the 50-cent piece had already become iconic since its introduction in 1969. But what makes the 1979 version stand out isn't just the design or the royal emblem. It's the subtle detail, or absence of one, that raises eyebrows among collectors and investors alike. The missing mint mark. Coins without mint marks immediately pique interest. They create mystery. Where was it made? Why was it omitted? Is it a rare error or a deliberate minting variation? These questions add fuel to the fire of desire among those in the numismatic world. The 1979 50-cent coin, without a mint mark, quietly continues to gain recognition as a potential future star in the rare coin market. Currently, most circulated versions of this coin trade modestly, but here's where it gets interesting. When found in pristine, uncirculated condition, these coins have already been sold in private listings for as high as $3,500 to $5,000. And that's just the beginning. The value is not fixed, it's rising. What pushes its value even further is the growing demand for coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Following her passing, collectors around the world have renewed interest in coins bearing her image. The 1979 coin, being over 40 years old and maintaining sharp historical relevance, stands at the cusp of becoming a highly desirable collector's piece. This coin is also becoming increasingly hard to find in uncirculated form. Many of the original mint releases have already been worn down by daily use or lost to time. The few that remain sealed, untouched, or preserved in private collections are now being appraised and auctioned for significantly high amounts. This scarcity plays a key role in future value. Experts are already speculating that in the next 10 to 15 years, coins like the 1979 50-cent piece could easily cross the $15,000 to $17,500 mark if preserved in mint condition. And if an error coin or a proof version is discovered in the future, that value could skyrocket even more. The coin features the Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a timeless image that brings elegance and symbolism to any collection. On the reverse side, the Australian coat of arms reflects the nation's pride and its continuing journey. This is not just a coin, it's a story, carved in metal, kept in pockets, and now rising as a silent legacy. So can the 1979 50-cent coin be valuable in the future? Absolutely. And it's already showing signs of that potential today. As interest in Commonwealth coinage increases and collectors seek pieces with a meaningful narrative, this coin checks all the boxes: age, rarity, history, and emotional value. If you have one, don't underestimate its power. Get it professionally evaluated. A certified coin can yield multiple times its face value, especially if it ranks high on the grading scale. And for those who don't yet own one, now is the time to hunt, before prices soar and availability vanishes. This is your moment to act. Check those old drawers, look through inherited coin albums, or visit flea markets and antique shops. You never know when that 1 50-cent coin from 1979 will fall into your hands and possibly change your fortune. Selling such a coin should be strategic. Reach out to professional dealers, participate in online auctions, and most importantly, do your research. The right buyer could offer far more than you'd expect, especially if your coin is in high-grade condition. For now, the market is still maturing, and this coin remains an underrated powerhouse. But mark these words, the 1979 Elizabeth 50-cent coin will not stay in the shadows forever. With the right exposure and preservation, it has all the qualities of a high-value numismatic treasure. So keep your eyes open, your coins safe, and your curiosity alive. Because the treasure of tomorrow could already be in your hand today. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Your financial fortune might be hiding in plain sight. Next up, the 1980 Elizabeth II 50-cent coin with no mint mark. You may have one sitting in your home, perhaps lost in a drawer or resting in a forgotten jar of change. But what if I told you that this particular coin is far more than just 50 cents? What if its real value is hiding in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered? In 1980, Australia was moving confidently into a new decade. The economy was maturing, and the Royal Australian Mint continued its tradition of minting coins that were both practical and symbolic. That year, the 50-cent coin maintained its iconic dodecagonal shape, designed to stand out both in the hand and in the world of numismatics. It featured the regal image of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by the renowned sculptor Arnold Machin, while the reverse side proudly carried the Australian coat of arms. But unlike some coins that are easy to overlook, the 1980 50-cent coin carries a unique mystique. The absence of a mint mark might seem like a small detail, but for collectors, it's a magnetic feature. The missing mint mark creates an air of rarity, prompting the question, was this an error, a variation, or an intentional decision made at the Royal Australian Mint? It's this uncertainty that fuels demand, making the coin incredibly interesting for investors and collectors worldwide. Now let's talk numbers. How many people are actually interested in owning this coin? The answer is, more than you think. Online platforms like eBay, numismatic forums, and coin dealer networks are filled with people actively searching for 1980 Elizabeth II 50-cent coins in high grade. There's a quiet yet growing demand, especially among those collecting full Queen Elizabeth II sets, or focusing on pre-decimal and early decimal Australian currency. This demand drives up competition, and with competition comes value. Currently, depending on its condition, this coin can sell anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000 in the open market. But if you're lucky enough to own one in uncirculated or mint state, the value could rise dramatically. Private collectors have paid upwards of $12,000 for coins that show little to no wear, perfectly preserved in their original brilliance. These prices reflect more than metal. They reflect the growing value of nostalgia, history, and national pride. The true power of the 1980 50-cent coin lies in its potential. While today's prices are impressive, they are only the beginning. Experts predict that as time progresses and Queen Elizabeth II-era coins become more sought after, especially after her reign has concluded, values of such coins will rise significantly. Coins that today are modestly priced could be tomorrow's collectibles commanding thousands. There's a growing trend across the world. Coin collectors are not just hobbyists anymore, they are investors. People are putting real money into rare and historical coins, treating them like miniature banks of wealth. And the 1980 50-cent coin, with its vintage age, royal connection, and unusual lack of a mint mark, fits that investment profile perfectly. Historically, this coin was minted during a time of stability in Australia. It didn't commemorate an event or carry a flashy design, and that's exactly what makes it so intriguing. Sometimes, it's the quiet years, the coins that slip by unnoticed, that become the rarest and most valuable over time. This coin is a perfect example. It's a sleeper, unassuming yet brimming with potential. What also makes this coin compelling is its place in Queen Elizabeth II coinage legacy. The longer she reigned, the more coins were made, but early and middle period coins like the 1980 issue are now becoming benchmarks in complete collections. To miss this year is to leave a hole in the legacy. Collectors know this. And they're searching. The Australian coat of arms on the reverse is more than decorative. It represents national unity, the kangaroo and emu supporting the shield, symbols of a country always moving forward. Holding this coin is like holding a snapshot of Australia in the 1980s, a moment captured in metal. So what can you do if you have this coin? First, inspect it carefully. Look for wear, scratches, and signs of handling. If your coin appears sharp, reflective, and free of major blemishes, you may be in possession of a high-grade version. Consider professional grading. It can multiply your coin's worth overnight. Selling such a coin isn't just about finding a buyer. It's about finding the right buyer. Reputable dealers, online coin auctions, and collector clubs can connect you with people willing to pay top dollar. But don't rush. Take your time. Research your options. A well-informed seller always wins. The current value is only a glimpse of its future. With every passing year, fewer high-quality 1980 50-cent coins remain in circulation. As they disappear into private collections, scarcity grows, and so does the price tag. This coin is on the verge of entering a new category, from interesting collectible to rare investment-grade currency. Let this video be your signal. If you own one, protect it. If you find one, hold on to it. And if you're lucky enough to come across a pristine example, you could be holding a silent treasure, waiting for its time to shine. Next up, the 1981 Australia Elizabeth II 50-cent coin with no mint mark. You may think it's just a regular piece of change, but this coin holds a surprising amount of historical weight, financial potential, and future value, and you'll want to stick around to learn just how important it truly is. Let's begin by rewinding to 1981. Australia was entering a dynamic phase of political, economic, and cultural evolution. While the Royal Australian Mint continued its regular coin production, the 50-cent coin remained one of the most iconic and unique denominations, thanks to its 12-sided shape and bold, nationalistic imagery. That year, the Mint released a standard version of the coin, no commemorative editions, no changes in design, but that's exactly why this coin has grown more mysterious and more desired. On the front of the coin is the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the legendary British artist Arnold Machin. His portrayal of the monarch gives the coin a dignified presence and links it directly to the shared heritage of the Commonwealth. On the reverse, we find the Australian coat of arms, a proud emblem featuring the kangaroo and emu, symbols that represent the strength and forward motion of the nation. But what's missing from this coin is what makes it so special: the mint mark. The absence of a mint mark might not stand out to the average eye, but for collectors and numismatists, it's a glaring clue to rarity. Mint marks help identify where and under what conditions a coin was produced. So when a coin like this appears without one, it sparks interest. Was it struck at a satellite mint? Was it part of a special batch? Or perhaps even a rare minting anomaly? The mystery deepens the value. Now comes the question everyone asks: is this coin really worth anything today? The answer is a strong yes. While circulated versions may sell for modest amounts, coins that are in excellent condition, or better yet, uncirculated, are already being listed for prices ranging from $1,500 to $3,000. But the real prize comes when you find a specimen that's graded, preserved, and virtually untouched by time. In such cases, private collectors have paid over $5,000. And experts believe that's just the beginning. You might be wondering where you can find this coin. The good news is that it's still out there. People have discovered this exact coin in old collections, inherited albums, secondhand stores, and even mixed in everyday coin jars. Coin fairs across Australia, antique shops, and online auction platforms are also hotspots where the 1981 50-cent coin can occasionally appear. If you're lucky enough to spot one, don't hesitate. Grab it before someone else does. Selling this coin can be just as rewarding as finding it. But it's important to approach the sale carefully. Always get your coin evaluated by a professional. Services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official grade that certifies the condition of your coin, and this alone can multiply its value several times over. With a certificate in hand, you can list it for sale on global platforms like eBay, or approach coin dealers and numismatic societies who are constantly looking for rare editions. Now let's talk about something crucial. Should you keep it or sell it now? The truth is, this coin has long-term investment potential. With each passing year, high-grade examples become scarcer. The demand is increasing while the supply is locked away in collections. If you can afford to hold on to it, this coin could easily double or triple in value within the next decade. It's not just a coin, it's the silent asset. One important step in preserving the coin's value is ensuring it's sealed properly. Do not clean it, polish it, or try to enhance its shine. Doing so will actually lower its value. Instead, use acid-free plastic flips or secure coin capsules to keep it safe from environmental damage. If you're really serious, have it slabbed in a tamper-proof graded case. That's the best way to preserve its beauty and maximize its value. Collectors all over the world are now focusing on Queen Elizabeth II coins. Since her passing, there's been a surge in the demand for coins minted during her reign. The 1981 50-cent coin stands out because it was produced during a peaceful period with no distractions, no celebrations, just a coin quietly minted in the backdrop of history, now becoming more relevant than ever. The emotional connection also plays a big role. For Australians who lived through the 1980s, holding a coin from that era brings back memories of childhood, national pride, and a simpler time. It's not just a collectible, it's a time capsule. And that emotional value translates directly into financial worth in the hands of the right buyer. Imagine presenting this coin in a showcase, a 12-sided piece of Australian history, gleaming with character, rarity, and potential. Collectors admire it not just for its physical appearance, but for the story it carries. The story of an overlooked treasure rising in value year after year. So if you have a 1981 50-cent coin, don't toss it aside. Examine it, protect it, value it. And if it's in good condition, you may be holding a small fortune that only continues to grow with time. Coins like this are not made anymore. That makes each surviving piece a legacy in metal. Thank you for being part of today's exciting exploration. We hope this story encourages you to look at your pocket change a little differently. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. And tell us in the comments, have you ever come across a 1981 Elizabeth 50-cent coin? Could it be sitting in your home right now, waiting to reveal its worth? Let us know, because your next big discovery might be closer than you think.